If you're new here, my name is Alyssa, and today we are talking about breakfast, and I am giving you 3 amazing vegan, healthy chocolate breakfast recipes. I did a video like this before. I think it was like a couple months ago, maybe like 6 months ago. You guys really liked it. So today I thought I would give you 3 new chocolate breakfast recipes to add to your breakfast repertoire. Like I mentioned, all of these are plant-based, they are gluten-free, they are packed with healthy ingredients, and they are a super delicious way to start your day. If you have not yet joined our community here on YouTube, I would love for you to subscribe by hitting that button that's right below this video. If you end up liking this video and the recipes that go along with it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And I will quickly run through the recipes and then we will dive right into the video. So the first one that we're making is a delicious Superfood Nutella, and we're gonna make an awesome toast out of this. We're also going to be making my favorite fruit-free smoothie bowl, which I now realize has fruit on it because I topped it with raspberries, but the base is fruit-free. And then we're also going to be making some chocolate peanut butter breakfast cookies, which have oatmeal and peanut butter and tons of goodness. So if you are excited about this video, keep on watching and let's get into the recipes. First up, we have the Superfood Nutella. We are gonna start by adding 3 cups of blanched hazelnuts onto a baking sheet, and we're just gonna toast these for about 5 minutes. I used my toaster oven and I just put it on the toast setting. Once you have them all nice and golden brown, you can transfer them into a food processor. And from there, we are basically just gonna blitz these all up until they turn into a nut butter. So I will tell you, if you've never made nut butter before at home, it definitely takes time. So I know that it can be frustrating and it can seem like it's not going to come together or it's not gonna turn nice and creamy, but I promise it will. It just takes between 10 to 15 minutes depending on the nuts that you're using and also the food processor or blender that you're using. And by the end, this is the consistency that you have. It will be nice and smooth and creamy, and this I think took about 15 minutes. From there, we're gonna add in our superfood ingredients. So we are starting with some raw cacao powder, which is really high in antioxidants. We're also gonna add in some coconut sugar for sweetness. We're gonna add in a tablespoon of MCT oil. I will link the one that I use below. It's derived from coconuts, and it's really a great energy booster, and it's really great for the brain. We're also gonna add in some reishi mushrooms as well as some chaga mushrooms, and it just really helps to enhance it. You can't taste it, and it really also adds that nice chocolatey color. From there, you are just going to blend this all up until it's nice and combined. I recommend that you taste it before you transfer it into your jar. If you want a little bit more sweetness, you could add more coconut sugar. You could also add in another form of granulated sugar or even some monk fruit extract if you want it to be super sweet. But I was happy as is, so I'm just gonna show you the texture one more time. It's nice and smooth and creamy. And to store this, you're gonna wanna use a sealed airtight glass container. I like to use Weck jars, and I just transfer all of the Nutella into the Weck jar, and then I'm going to show you the texture one more time because it is so awesome. Honestly, guys, this is better than store-bought Nutella. It is so much healthier, it's less sweet, and it makes an awesome topping for your toast, which is what we are gonna make right now. So I have 1 slice of toasted gluten-free bread, and I'm going to spoon about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more of the Nutella on top of the toast, spread it around, and then I like to top mine with sliced strawberries, maybe sliced bananas, raspberries, some sort of fruit, as well as some hemp seeds and some cacao nibs. And this is just a really great way to get in some protein, some healthy fats. It makes the piece of toast a little bit more filling. Of course, the strawberries also are high in fiber, so there's tons of goodness on this slice of bread, and I promise this is a delicious way to start your day. Next, we have our chocolate smoothie bowls. We are going to start with some greens in the bottom. I like to do 2 large handfuls of greens. You could use any types of greens that you want here. We're also gonna use some raw cacao powder, of course, a scoop of chocolate protein powder. We are going to use half of an avocado. This is going to add to that amazing texture. And then we are also using some steamed and then frozen sweet potatoes. So these are cooked sweet potatoes that I then froze. And then to top it off, you can use your liquid of choice. I used some unsweetened chocolate almond milk, which adds a really nice chocolatey flavor, of course, but you could use any other liquid that you want. And then we are just going to blend this up in our blender until it is smooth and creamy. And here is the final texture. So it looks like a soft serve ice cream. It is so smooth. I absolutely adore this smoothie bowl. It is definitely one of my favorite breakfast options. I've made this before. You guys have seen me make it in my What I Eat in a Day videos, but I just love this so much. And then for our toppings today, we are going to be using flaked coconut,
as well as some cacao nibs because it adds that nice little chocolatey crunch. We're also going to add on some of my peanut butter and banana granola, which I shared on the channel and I will link below for you, as well as some raspberries, which I now realize makes this not fruit-free, but it makes it look really pretty. So you could leave those out if you want an entirely fruit-free smoothie. And that is pretty much it for this smoothie bowl. You can see that it is so thick and creamy when I put that spoon in there, and you guys are going to freak over this texture when you try it. And lastly, we have our chocolate and peanut butter breakfast cookies. We are going to start by mashing 1 whole banana in a large mixing bowl. Just mash that up until it's nice and smooth. And then we can add in half a cup of creamy peanut butter. You could also use chunky or another nut butter / seed butter of choice. Our sweetener is going to be maple syrup. And we are also going to add in a flax egg. And then just stir this all together until it is smooth and creamy. And we will move on to our dry ingredients. So we're gonna add everything into this bowl, starting with some quick cooking oats, some raw cacao powder, some baking powder, and a pinch of sea salt. And then stir this all together until you have a dough. From there, we are going to scoop this onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. I love using these uniform cookie scoops because it gets the perfect even cookie every single time. I will link those for you below as well. And then to finish these off, I like to pat them down gently with my hands. You could also add in some chocolate chips if you wanted, or you could put on a slice of banana on the top, which also is really yummy. And we are gonna bake these at 350 degrees for 13 minutes, and you're just gonna basically remove them from the pan, let them cool for a little bit, and then they are ready to enjoy. So I wanna show you the texture on the inside because they are so yummy, and the texture is fluffy, it's gooey, it tastes like a brownie, and it is so good, you guys. And my last shot here is just stacking up all of those cookies and drizzling on some peanut butter. I know that this is not actually how you're going to eat your cookies, but I just wanted to show you that it's also really good with a nice drizzle of peanut butter at the end. And plus this made for a nice shot. So optional, but also delicious.
And there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait to see your chocolate breakfast recreations. I personally love breakfast. I love having sweet things in the morning, and I love chocolate. So this for me is like a match made in heaven. These are things that I incorporate into my routine very frequently, especially that chocolate smoothie bowl. I make that on the reg. I love the texture. It reminds me of pudding, and it tastes so good. And like, sweet potato is packed with vitamins and minerals and so good for you, and it's an awesome alternative to banana because it gives you that nice creamy texture. Anyway, if you want any of these recipes, I have linked all of the ones that are on my blog below, and I have given you the specific ingredients and instructions for that smoothie bowl. I have linked some of the products that I've used. I've linked contraptions / appliances that I've used in this video. Everything that you need can be found in the description box below. If you end up trying any of these recipes, don't forget to share a photo with me on Instagram. You can tag @simplyquinoa or use #simplyquinoa. I would also love for you to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like I mentioned in the beginning, there's a red button right below this video. You can hit that button, it will subscribe you. There's also a little bell. If you hit that bell, you will turn on your notifications, and that will make sure that you never miss another video. I think that's all I have for you today. Other than that, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you later on this week with another brand new video. Bye, you guys.